Hello everybody and welcome back to a video. It looks like it's the same day as the last video, and that's because it is. I've even got the same t-shirt on. Shut your faces. Today I'm going to be doing a video, quite normal, but I'm going to have a little bit of a laugh with you as well, so calm down. I'll start with a laugh with you as well. I'm going to do a video and it's going to be all my PS1 games because I want to. Okay, it's my channel. Don't take offense to that. I was quite mean to you then. I do apologise. Let's have brunch. Okay, so I'm going to do the games. That I don't know what order they're in. I'm just going to show my games because I've got quite a few. Someone said, "Do you have any PS1 games?" on a private message, and I said, "Yes, I do." And they said, "Can you show me them?" And I said, "What, the games?" And he said, "No, your balls." And I said, "No, you can see the games." And he said, "Fair enough. Will you rest your balls on the games?" And I said, "Maybe." OnlyFans. Okay, let's begin. That is true, by the way, but he did private message me. Thank you very much. So this is this is the first game, and it is MDK, which was a really high scoring game. Oh, look at that, Blockbuster Express. We were talking about that in the last video. Blockbuster Express. There you go. You could buy this from Blockbuster Express for £7.99. There it is. It's a shoot 'em up game, third person, jumping around, going all crazy. It's actually really good fun. I don't know how else to describe this game, but it was a definitive game. If you were playing PlayStation 1 at the time, you would have this because otherwise you would be a loser. Okay, next up is a game. The first game I ever played on the PlayStation was Overboard. Who remembers Overboard? Overboard, you command a tiny ship and you have to go through puzzles and you have to blast other ships, and you can pick up like power-ups. You can have 3 cannons or 1 big cannon or missiles and stuff like that, and you have to fight other pirates and all sorts like that and collect things. And it's a good little, I'd say it's like a kind of like what's it say? It says a galleon crazy game. That's not a genre of game. But there it is on the bag as a little captain, and it was nice. It was it showed off the PlayStation's graphics quite nicely for a very beginning game. Psygnosis, who were an English company who no longer exist, maybe. I'll save that one. Did you say In Cold Blood? This one's a good one. This one is a game where you have to do missions and you have to keep going through the game, but you keep losing and then you have to change what you did. So if you get caught or killed, he'll kind of say, "That's not what happened," and then you go back a step and try again. And it's just trial and error, and you constantly keep going until you win the game. But it's actually a really good game and nice looking as well. We were talking about physical media in the last video. Manual, and I think this one was in color. No, it's black and white. It's black and white, but hey ho, something to read. 2 discs, bloody hell. Wicked, In Cold Blood. Go on then, let's do it then. Resident Evil, because why wouldn't you? I didn't actually play this one as the first Resident Evil. I played number 2 as the first Resident Evil, but you have to have Resident Evil because I went back to it. A friend of mine at school lent it me, and after I'd played Resident Evil 2, this was a bit shit, but still great. The characters are fun. Obviously, I'm telling you about Resident Evil. What am I doing? You know about Resident Evil, but I might do a special video once I've got some editing software for the retrospective of Resident Evil because it is an incredible story. And I have every game. Oh, spoiler. You'll see a few more. Okay. Doom. Special info. What is it? Infograms. Best of Infograms. Doom. This is actually a really good port of Doom. People say that the I think it was the Atari Jaguar was the best version of like a non-PC version of Doom. This is actually brilliant, and the reason why is because the levels are great, the graphics are stable, fine, but it's the music. The music is terrifying. It is so scary because it's literally just ambient, spooky noises and this kind of low droning horror sound. It really sounds quite sad. You are just completely alone on Deimos or wherever the flip it was that you're on, blasting imps. But it is a fantastic version. You get Doom 1 and 2 on there, and it yeah. I still rock this. I still put this on now. It's one of the games I play. No mini this time, but Mickey's Wild Adventure. Mickey's Wild Adventure. This I had this for the. I didn't actually have this version. I had the Sega Mega Drive version, which was called Mickey Mania. Where each level is a cartoon from the history of Mickey. So I think the first one's Steamboat Willie, and there's the one with the Ghost Hunters, and there's the one where he's the Wizard's Apprentice, Sorcerer's Apprentice, and you play through the levels. The one with the Mad Doctor when he injects a fly and then he injects a spider and they beat the crap out of each other. But yeah, really good. Good fun, good platformer as well. Very good. I like that one. Did someone say Grand Theft Auto? Have you seen the original Grand Theft Auto? I don't think you have. Look at the graphics on that, guys. Top down, drive around, run over people. Do you remember when you ran over all the Hare Krishnas? You got a was it Karanga or something, or Garanga bonus? But yeah, it was good. The radio music was good, and this was the basic level of Grand Theft Auto. What you have today is totally different. This was great. I still got hiccups. I do apologize, even from the last video. Yes, Resident Evil 2. This is actually my original copy from when I was a little baby. No, I can't remember how old I was. I was probably about 15. See, I put a P on it. I put a P on it. So that's ruined it. But you know what? That's unique for me. And once again, manual. Is it in colour? No, it's in black and white. But Resident Evil, worth quite. If you want Resident Evil 2 for the PlayStation, I'd get it quite soon because it's starting to go up in price. Talking of games that are going up in price, Resident Evil 3. That's ridiculous now. It's about 38 quid. This is Last Escape, if you have the Japanese version. This is Nemesis, the original Nemesis. I even have a game guide for this, and I'm not going to mess around, but if I can find it... Give me a second, guys. Oh, God. I'm getting old. I'm getting old, guys. There you go. Strategy guide for Resident Evil 3. And this is a good guide, actually. It's got all the beautiful full colour pages. Lovely. It's worth quite a lot of money, that magazine, I think. But it's as you can see, it's a bit creased. I've used it a few times, but it's great. So yeah, Resident Evil 3, awesome. Worms Armageddon, which is just great. I mean, it's Worms. You just fire at each other. Great fun. Worms, one of my favourite games. I haven't had the original Worms, but I do have Worms Armageddon. Arguably, I would say this is better than Tekken. Soul Blade. I put so many hours into this game. I could kill anybody with this. Siegfried was my character. Although Sophia, I would have liked a small basket of fruit and a picnic blanket with her. We would have got up to some trouble. Yeah, Soul Blade. Great beat 'em up. Another good beat 'em up. The original Dynasty Warriors. What are we on like? About 4 million now? Dynasty Warriors. Another good fighting game. Not very good on the pictures, but brilliant game. I'm actually after a game at the moment. I'll tell you the games I'm after this. Shut your face. Bust-a-Move 2. This was the bubble clearing kind of games that you get on your phone. These were kind of the originals. These were the original ones. This was arcade edition of it. Bust-a-Move 2. Yeah, great game. Good fun. Quite addictive puzzle game. And this was right off the back of things like Columns and Tetris, so it had that kind of thing. But yeah, good game. In the 80s, they made a film called War Games, and then they made a game in the 90s called War Games. And this is actually really good fun. So this one, you take the control. So you have like 2 or 3 units, and you have to take control of them and drive them around the map, killing all the sentient, robotic, computer taken over things, and clear the level. If you don't keep attacking and destroying them, the DEFCON goes up and up and up. If it reaches DEFCON 1, it's over. That's it. You have to keep it as low as you can, DEFCON 5 and DEFCON 4. by killing them and just keep attacking them. But obviously, your units will take damage. Excuse me. And eventually, units will die. So yeah, this is a really good game, a good little shooter game. I suppose with Dune coming out, I have Dune, made by the same people who bought you no, they didn't. Command and Conquer, Westwood, and this is what is known as the inspiration, or one of the inspirations for Warhammer. So without this, Warhammer 40k may not have been made. Yeah, there's a book. It's a film, a David Lynch film. Then it's a new film, and also a game. Very similar, Command and Conquer style game. Set up a base. There's worms. The sand hurts you apparently. You have to build everything on concrete, or the buildings break. But it's good. Nice little game. Yeah, good stuff. Can't understand the book though. No chance. Toka Touring Cars. Back in the day, this was the best car game you could get. Is this 2 or 1? This is 1. Toka was a game I never owned, but I always wanted. So yeah, Toka. Good car game. Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man lives in a beetle van. I don't know. Spider-Man was a good game, this one. It's a pretty good Spider-Man game, and it's quite rare, this one now, so this is getting rarer. But yeah, Spider-Man, what can you say? Spec Ops, Stealth Patrol. Look at the guy. Is there a guy on the front? There's several guys on the front. Look at them with the guns. It looks so scary. Yeah, you take command of a team. It's a little bit more realistic for a PlayStation game. The characters, they have to do certain things. But it's good. Good game. Here's a good one. From the people who bought you Tomb Raider. It's Death Trap Dungeon. This was okay. It was good. It was good. Actually, no, it's Ian Livingstone's Death Trap Dungeon. It's a good game. Yeah. Once again, platformy game. You're in a dungeon. You have to kill monsters and just get through the dungeon. And there's treasures. There you go. Total Driving. Never played it. No idea why I haven't. I think someone gave me this. So thank you if you're watching. Probably not. It's probably get like 4 views. So if you're one of the 4 people that watch, thank you very much. Abe's Odyssey. One of the first games I played was on Demo 1, which is on Crash Bandicoot, which I think I've shown you before. This was a pickups one. The black case is getting really rare now, guys. So if you want a Crash Bandicoot, that's the one to get. Abe's Odyssey, Oddworld. There he is. Follow me. And all that kind of stuff. That was my best impression of Oddworld. It was pretty good, actually. I think, Tomb Raider? Tomb Raider 2. This was this was the best game ever. Lara's big titties there. Look at the size of them. They're like big, lovely melons. And she was wonderful as well. Good character. Really good game. You went to a lot more places. You went to Venice and China. I can't remember. I think you went to we fought Yetis at one point. Humans have failed to find one. You shoot like 50. But yeah, this is a good game. It's Tomb Raider 2. What have we got? Oh, before Spyro, there was Croc. Croc is great. It's very Mario 64. I think this was kind of like PlayStation's answer to Mario 64. It had that Mario-y kind of vibe to it, as you can probably see from the graphics on the back. But Croc was a nice little character. Never really lasted the test of time, but he was a nice little character. I liked him. We got a few demo discs here. We got this one with Medieval on. And the most sought after one, which is the Resident Evil. I showed you this. You've seen this. God, wanting to see it again. Did somebody mention a very rare game? Future Cop LAPD. I've shown you this as well, but I'll go through it again. It's a game where you play as you go from a car to this thing, like a mech, and you have to enforce the law in LA, and it is brilliant. It is absolutely brilliant. Really rare game now. You're looking around about 60 to 70 pounds for this game alone. So yeah, I'd get it if you want it because it'll go more. It'll go more. But my copy is not perfect. I don't have a front cover. That's just as the book. I'm not going to lie. But a brilliant game. Absolutely brilliant. Check it out for yourself. Command and Conquer Retaliation, which was an add-on for the PC. They made it a standalone game. Command and Conquer. You know what Command and Conquer is. You don't need me to tell you guys. Die Hard Trilogy. This was the definitive game if you had a PlayStation. The first game is like a third-person shooter. You go up the building shooting everything. I think it's like kind of like a what's the word? Like a reimagining of the NES version of Die Hard. Number 2 is a light gun shooter, and number 3 is a driving simulator where you got to defuse the bombs. Brilliant game. That's why it's a platinum. One of the essentials. People who know PlayStation will know this. Final Fantasy VIII. Love Triple Triad. Couldn't stop playing the card game. Little cards, collecting the cards, and then you'd find a character that had a really, 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 really rare card, and you thought, you shit. And you'd play about 9 hours trying to get the bloody card off them and have to keep resetting the game because they'd steal all your good cards because they keep winning. But brilliant game. Final Fantasy VIII. Squall, and not quite as good as Final Fantasy. Look at that for a tag. 7, which is the most incredible game on the planet. Not the black label, guys, just the platinum. But it's in really good condition. And if you've never played Final Fantasy VII, the graphics aren't the best these days. They were classed as some of the best when I was a kid, but I'm not going to lie. It's brilliant. It is brilliant. The story's amazing. The character's amazing. That's why it's so iconic. That's why they're remaking it on everything, and everything still references them. It is brilliant. One of the best. Getting to the end now, guys. But I'll show you a few more. Fade to Black. This was based on... I can't remember the name of the game, but there was for the Mega CD or the Master System, Mega Drive. Sorry, there was a game. Oh, I can't remember what it was called now. And this is sort of like the same sort of character. Very difficult game. Very similar to In Cold Blood. You don't have much in the way of life. Very awkward controls. It takes a lot to get it right, but it's a hard game, but quite satisfactory when you get there. But good game, yeah. Very rare game. Dino Crisis 2. Resident Evil with dinosaurs. This one was different to the first one. The first one was a survival horror where you really had to fight for your life. This one, you're just blasting everything. It's a much more of an arcade style shooter, but still great fun, and you face some huge dinosaurs. Really good. Time Crisis. And I have a Predator light gun with this as well. But Time Crisis was the best of the best. Better than Virtual Cop because you had to press a button. So if you plugged your other controller into port 2, you could use it as a pedal with your stinky feet, and then you could press the button while you fired into the screen, and then you let go of it and you duck back into cover. See? Time Crisis is brilliant. Tomorrow Never Dies, never played it. Watched the film, one of my favourite Bond films, but I don't know about the game. Never played it, so I presume it's good. I will have to try it at some point. I've got some left. Tomb Raider. You need to know more? It's Tomb Raider. It's Lara Croft. Although her boobs are not that circular. They're more triangular. Tomb Raider 3. Life Force Tenka, we've gone over this one as well. This one is a shooter, very dark, so dark that if you blotted out the sun, then you may be able to see something on the screen, but it's a really dark game. But it's brilliant. It's set in the future, and this is a rental copy, so I don't know what that means. Jeff Wayne's War of the Worlds. You play as the humans fighting tripods to the music by Jeff Wayne. It is a pretty fantastic game. It's quite rare, and I have it. Don't be jelly. That was weird. Fear Factory. Fear Factory? That's a band. Fear Effect. Fear Factory is not this game. Fear Factory is a 2000 heavy metal band. Really good. Listen. I can't remember what I was thinking. Oh yeah, Colin McRae's Rally 2.0. Obviously, sadly, he's died now. But Colin McRae Rally was the name if you wanted a rally game, and this is a really good one. The original Medal of Honor. Before Call of Duty, there was Medal of Honor, and we all appreciate it. The first game where you shot Nazis. I think it actually says that somewhere. Hang on, I'll see if I can find it. I swear to God, it was on here somewhere, unless it was on the front cover and it's gone now. Oh, that's a shame. It said somewhere on the front. It said the only game where you can shoot Nazis, apart from Wolfenstein, which had been out before that. But yeah, the last few. What do you think they'll be? Metal Gear Solid, obviously. Hello. 9.5 out of 10 from official PlayStation magazine back in the day. Perfect game. Brilliant. Yeah, and I've got the double jewel case one. Lovely. The original Command and Conquer, where you fight for Tiberium, and the Red Alert again. We've got Jurassic Park The Lost World, which was a good game. You played as a dinosaur and you kind of moved your way into something else. I think you play as a human as well. I think you did. You play as Raptor as well. Although I did like the Mega Drive was a good version. 21 minutes video, blown down. And Nightmare Creatures, which is very much hack and slash, but set in Victorian England. You can play as 2 or 3 characters, and it's brilliant, and it's quite creepy, and it's a good game, and it's quite rare now. So, you want this? Get it soon. And that is me. That is all my PlayStation 1 games I have. Not a bad collection. Not the biggest collection. Well, but guys, thank you very much for joining me on this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed doing it. I like these. I think the next video will be a Warhammer video, if that's okay with you guys. And we will have a look at some sets that I haven't done. Maybe even my box of shame, and give me some feedback. If you want me to do a painting tutorial video, I can do that. I'll get one done this week, and then we can do a little bit of a painting tutorial and a chat. How's that? Does that sound good? Brilliant. Thanks guys for joining me on my channel. It's always a pleasure to have you here, and I look forward to many more times talking to you. Within the next couple of weeks, I'm going to start to get it into a schedule, because I can't do videos every night. It's killing me. But obviously now I'm starting to get more established, and we've got some media for you guys to watch and some backlog stuff. Then we'll start to do a little bit of a list of what's going to come, what day and when, so that you guys are not, you can go, oh, he's going to do that night, and you can look forward to it, hopefully, unless you think it's shit and you're just here to troll me. Fair enough. I take your troll. But thanks guys, thank you for joining me on this video. In case you were wondering, I don't know what I was going to say, but it doesn't matter. Guys, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. And until then, have a great evening, and have a bottle of Sancerre and watch the sun go down. Thank you very much, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye!